Also going to hear from Benoit Lebrec from Brazil.
Benoit, how are you feeling heading into this big game today?
The game will be tough. It's Canada, one of the top 3 in the world. Tough for Brazil, but we need to play well to see where we are against them. We played them a few times the last few months. That means we need to see how we are.
You got some big power and speed in your team. Who's those couple of players to look out for and really push the other team?
Gabriel Fetosa, I think it's my best player right now, speed-wise, and you always have Julio Braz behind him. It will be the 2 guys to look in Brazil.
Awesome. All the best out there.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Benoit Lebrec, obviously, if you're familiar, he is from Canada. He's worked with the Canadian team before. He's also worked with a lot of teams around the world. So it'll be interesting to see his impact here as Brazil takes on Canada. We get ready to tip off.
Constantly moving around the key, just trying to take out the threats.
There's a lot of things that happen between the whistles that make huge difference. So it'll be Medel and Braz at the tip. And here we go.
And Canada.
So Canada gets the first try. Morau. And nobody from Brazil is going after the ball, so the ref started the count. That 10-second count to inbound. Feitosa up on the side, gets the lean, and that'll be a penalty on him because he initiated contact. That's a funny thing about our sport. Yeah, you hit somebody and you end up in their lap, it's a foul on you.
Yeah.
Even if they are the ones that put you there. So they'll pick him up, dust him off, and we'll get right back to action here. So Canada gets the first turnover. Aggressive defense.
It's looking nice. It's keeping them out.
Medel being patient, waiting for things to develop. He gets his corner open.
Yep, there we go.
And Rodriguez did a good job with that, but it got popped out of his lap. And I think they're going to say that's Brazil's ball. And again, nobody there to inbound. I don't think anybody knows who the inbound assignment is. Oh, it's Canada's ball. That's where the confusion was. Medel couldn't pick that up. Feitosa forces him to the sideline, doesn't let him get to the ball, and a turnover.
Nice pressure.
It really, really was great pressure by Brazil, causing the loose ball, and then by Feitosa holding Medel away from the ball so that he couldn't get to it before the sideline.
And you've got a low point Brazilian holding up the Canadian player in the corner there.
Here we go. So Braz will work it down. Feitosa sets a pick. Clears things out for him. And now Cody Caldwell, who'd been trapped in the corner from Canada, will get down and take the inbound. Caldwell looking for Medel, who's able to get free. Rodriguez trying to make that pick. Medel did not need it. He's really good at getting out in front of that thing, even when you throw your hips. Get that chair up front. Those guys that can do that.
So lucky.
Well, one of the beauties of this sport is that we need people at all function levels. Braz pushed up against the line. He's going to call timeout. So he was worried he's going to get punched across that line.
Was that an equipment call or timeout?
Did he call? Oh, that was very convenient.
Yeah.
So that'll save him the cost of a timeout. His equipments are free. And I don't see any timeouts listed on the scoreboard, so we'll try and keep that tally for you. Brazil working toward that try line. Braz dancing at the top. Tried to get the corner, wasn't opened up.
But can he get over? 10 seconds in the key.
And that's a missed opportunity.
So offensively, if you get held in the key, it's you'll foul and a turnover.
Fortunately, you don't end up in the box and turn it over. A pass taken across. That was really well done.
Beautiful steal.
Caldwell, nice pick by Rodriguez. Do you see how he backed into the guy there so that he couldn't?
Yeah.
He saw that the high pointer was going to duck underneath him, so he stopped so that he could keep him off of Caldwell. Medell slapped it out, but Brazil will get another opportunity and a fresh 12 seconds to cross half court. Braz stuck.
Nice big pass.
Feitosa muscling down there.
Big throw. Supposed to put the ball down.
Yeah, the referee didn't do anything that time, but at some point they'll call delay a game.
Yeah.
Medell just parked across that line. Make sure they get it over, and he'll win this race. Close game. Feitosa looking for that corner. John Kira in the corner.
Had to call time, or he's going to be in there for 10 seconds.
He was also probably very close to that cone.
Oh, yeah.
And a good hit from one of those bigger guys. Wheelchairs don't go sideways
No.
unless you get hit by a Zach Medell or Feitosa.
Yeah.
So Jean Kira gets it over the top to Braz. He's just being patient, waiting for an opportunity. Can't get that corner. Morale closes it on him. And now they're running out of time. Shot clock.
And number one smacked out of court by number 33. Is that Morel?
So they called timeout, which will give them a new 15 seconds on their shot clock. So they get an opportunity. It was a well-used timeout. Canada's defense, very tough so far. Doesn't look like they're going to make any substitutions. Just taking a second to talk about it since they spent a timeout. And John Kira gets it into Braz. Running out of time again. He's got man in the corner, but he takes it himself.
Nice.
Works nicely through that. Creates his own hole by dragging the defense one direction, the other direction. Give and go, knock down, pass. And because it was last touched by Brazil, Canada will get it again. Dropping in the key is Brazil. Medell calling a play. And sneaks around the corner, untouched. So 5-4 Canada. So far, on top and ahead in the timeout battle.
But will they get across half? Yep.
Medell's on him. He's not going to get in, but he did get the ball. And he called timeout. You see, he got hit. He knew he was going over. If he hits the ground with possession of the ball,
It's
he
a
loses
turn
it,
up.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good play. It can be tough to do as you're falling. And right back up is Feitosa. It's the second time we've seen him on the floor. Braz did a nice job picking that up. It'd be hard to meet Medell in that corner. Braz in the other corner, but crosses the try line without the ball. And now it will be Canada's. Medell fights all the way down. Amanda, were you an inbounder?
Yeah. But not that far. The joys of being a low pointer.
What class do you play at?
1.5, so I'm on court as a 1, because when the women are on court, you play 0.5 over. So that's a win for my team. Look, beautiful work there.
And Brazil already thinking about clock management and making sure their defense is ready for that try. So now Brazil's changing a little bit of strategy. They've been doing this give and go. Still working for them. But now they're attacking. Feitosa working hard on Medell, who has to chuck it over the top. Morau, nice job hanging onto the ball, keeping forward momentum. Medell created that mayhem, and he is going to be the beneficiary if he can get around that cone. Hit from behind Morau. I think that's John Kira. He pushed across the line. So he'll go to the penalty box. Good heads-up play. So you can do that as long as you break contact. Once the player tries to stop and holds their hands on the wheels, you can't push them across. You have to break contact and smack them. Hit them with your chair. And you see the guys with the trunk, they can just do that with their bodies. Just throw their weight into it a few times and punch you across.
And you don't stand much point.
I think Morau just caught him off guard and got behind him and put the nudge on him, and it was too late. Medell takes advantage of the 4-on-3. Taniguchi, number 5, is out there for Brazil now. Gives him an opportunity for a much more balanced line. Come out to go. Number 9 is also out there.
done for reaching, or who's coming off now? Number 1, Canadian. We've got 9, number 9.
Caldwell.
Caldwell.
And Taniguchi will just wait and let his defender get set up. He's hoping to hold Caldwell in the box, but Caldwell will just call for an inbound. Canada looking to make some subs there on the side. Caldwell with the give and go. And there again, you see the guy holding or working with Medell had to come back to the ball, leaving Medell open. You got to make choices there. You got to make the guys pass because they're not going to turn it over if it's sitting in their lap. Camargo gets inbounds.
Now going to try and get across half. 12.
Taniguchi in trouble. He's going to try and pass, but he knew he was running out of time. And
no timeouts.
That should be their last one. The referee should give the fist symbol saying there's 0 timeouts left. So Brazil, despite the closeness of this game, shows the disparity in the fact that they've used all 4 timeouts in the first period. Now that they don't have those anymore, you'll start to see those turn into tries for Canada, most likely. Canada's defense dropping back. Number 1, Kanta Kovac is in. Cody Caldwell, number 12, is in for Canada. And I believe it's Trevor Hirschfield is the other player on the floor. Yeah, he'll be inbounding. Got a nice shot of him there. So with 1:45, you want to talk about clock management a little bit?
No, not really. I'd like to phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
You can talk about clock management.
Well, I think the simple thing is that you want to score the last try, because the first try and the last try of each period gives you, there's 8 there that can be taken, and if you can take all 8, then it puts you in an advantage no matter what.
Yeah.
So Canada will look to score with enough time to control what happens next, because they want the ball last, and they want enough time to do something with the ball. Medell playing the passing lane. Taniguchi trying to get out. And an ill-advised pass over the long arms of Medell. But it is Brazil's ball, isn't it?
Yeah.
There are some people you don't want to try and pass over, especially close. He's definitely one of them. Now what's going on?
Equipment.
I'm glad they have symbols for that, because when she blew that whistle, I had no idea why she was stopping play. But when you see the arm movement where they touch their shoulders, elbows up, that's equipment. Players use the same symbol to indicate that they need an equipment timeout.
Yes. Little break for Brazil.
So it'll be Braz. Medell waiting to touch it so that that clock doesn't start. He wants to score quickly, give Canada another possession. And Rio Kandakovac is in with the try. 53.6 left in the first. Canada up 11-7. And Taniguchi gets it over. Ross trying to take his time. Just do it right.
Limit the number of opportunities. Here we go. Look, it's just been lost.
He doesn't want to turn it over, but he did turn it over. Well, maybe not. It could have been off
Must
Canada.
be a snatch, I think.
But the problem here is now Brazil's got to cross half again. And they don't get a new shot clock because it didn't technically change possession.
Yep, got it.
And I can't see the shot clock. There's one in each corner over here, but this one on the side is at too big an angle for me to see it.
Made it.
And Camargo will score that one. I don't know how I'm rolling my R on his name. It's just the way I've always said it. So Medell getting a countdown from his bench.
Yep.
And they will go into the first break up 12-8. Brazil will have to inbound, but I think they'll be content just to do exactly that.
And sit on it.
So that's where we'll end the first. We will take a 3-minute break, and then we will be back for action. Welcome back to the New Zealand Center for Innovation in Sport. We are about to start the second quarter of this final match, day one of the Paralympic qualifying tournament. Brazil will inbound.
I was going to say, because Canada won the tip, so
Possession arrow in favor of Brazil. So it'll be Wiersma who inbounded. Got some new faces out there. Oh, and a pass over the top.
it's just heartbreaking when that happens.
Oliveira Aves. I think he intended to get that to Taniguchi. And that's number 30 from Canada, Joel Ewert. Ewert. Picks up the ball. Big hit. So somebody from Brazil needs to take the ball. Oh, he called inbounder, so he's coming. Taniguchi was going to grab it himself. Oh, and he missed the pass, but he got it anyway. Waddell was trying to get out in front of him, which is the right thing to do. And Waddell crosses the line. Gives them the penalty try.
Great pace from both those players.
You get that, I don't know what this is like, but I guess if you get that much momentum, it's hard to stop.
Yeah.
And popped out of his lap. And again, I saw this earlier. Ball went out of Medell's lap, but it hadn't touched the ground yet. Let's see if we can see this, right? He crossed the line before the ball touched the ground. That should be a turnover.
Strange.
In my mind. I have to get clarification from the referees. But it feels like it to me.
Yeah.
I've had it called on me. That's why I feel like it's a real thing.
Yeah.
And oh.
And it hurt.
Oh, it hurt because we lost the game because of it. Over the top.
Nice.
Feitosa gets the 10th try for Brazil. Now, what's going on down there in the key?
We just had the two lower point players holding up number 30.
Ewert. If they'd held him down there, that would have been a penalty, right?
Yeah, because he would have got held in the key. So when there's an offensive play, if you're held on your own key for more than 10 seconds, it's a handover.
Fortunately, they do that by person, so that if a teammate goes inside your 10-second count, they have their own 10-second count. So you don't have to worry about clearing out the key every 10 seconds. You just, as an individual, you have to get out and go back in.
Got it.
Adele, questioning look. And Brazil will start off in the key, although like Feitosa was going off on his own there.
Nice.
Lots of pressure. And right in front of the Brazil bench, they did not like that call. I didn't know if it got popped out or if it just the pressure. It's hard to tell from this angle because their backs are all to us, just like you. Caldwell looking to inbound. Ewert. Medell makes it 15-10. Feitosa again. This time it's a spin.
Reach, maybe, or?
Well, it's definitely on Medell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to call it. He hit him in the face. He also spun him, but
Probably it's what foul comes first, isn't it?
well, it depends. But that was definitely a spin as well. But they didn't put him in danger, technically. He kind of ended up going over on his own power, but yeah, the smack in the face, that's the one they'll get you for every time. He was just going for the ball. Zach may say he didn't hit him in the face. It may have just looked that way. It may have been a soccer play, a football play.
Yeah.
I played in college. I really liked playing soccer. It was a good game.
Did you hold your knee a lot on the
No.
ground?
No, I sat on the bench a lot. Adele working hard on Feitosa. Cannot get in front. Nice job, though. He did get an opportunity. Almost got dumped again.
Low
That'll be
pointer.
the 3. Oliveira Alves.
Nice offload by the low pointer there.
Trying to work that corner. Hirschfield holding it. And over the top.
Nice.
Catches it before he crosses the line. That was close. Because he had some forward momentum. If that didn't come at the right time, he'd have crossed without it. And,
Number 7.
got him on the arm. He had a chance to get him at the line, force him over and back, but instead he went for the reach. Ewert. I don't know who did that, but I really appreciate it because I feel bad for people's moms and grandmothers when I'm mispronouncing their names. I'm just trying to commit to a pronunciation so everybody knows who I'm talking about every time.
And Medell just using up the clock.
As you can see, they got a pile over here trying to force Feitosa to either call inbound or be stuck against the sideline. He's in. Taniguchi gets it back. Touch pass to himself. Unable to get it. Adele to Ewert.
Dynamic move if it had worked, one of those ones.
Yeah, I didn't think he didn't think he could pull it in and control his chair, so he popped it up and pushed on his wheels to maintain control. Looks like Cody Caldwell with a wheel issue or a strap. Yeah, they're strapping his leg back down.
And at this time, the other team's got to give a meter space.
You want to talk a little bit about strapping? Why we strap the legs and stuff?
Just when there's not a lot of control, the more stability you can have in your chair, especially with no leg muscles, the stronger you are and the better your push is. Look at
I
that.
feel like it also helps me with, like, if my legs are moving around, I lose energy. Like some of the momentum when I'm turning, and I have to fight against the legs moving around. I think of it like a ski boot. If you ever skied, you want that boot to be tight. You do not want your ankle moving around in there.
Nice steal.
That's
nice
how you break it.
Absolutely.
Great job by Brazil. And Feitosa.
Outpacing Ewert. Ewert with the ball.
And I don't know what happened here. It looks like maybe Medell has an equipment problem, and the referee called it. His wheel is off. Like way off. He must have called it because he wouldn't have been able to push on it. When it's out that far, you're on the casters. Yeah, Medell has his arms up. I see that.
But also quite good timing.
And the quick inbound.
And Brazil keying up.
Hirschfield, right down the middle. Not a guy you expect to split the key. Ewert and Medell stopping Feitosa, but Feitosa just keeps going. Medell got his hand on the ball. Are they going to call that a foul or is it a jump? He is going to the box. Canada's always been a very, I don't want to say reachy, but they're always trying to get in there for that ball. And I think for a long time, a lot of teams felt like you were better off not doing that. But so many opportunities can be created that way. You know, I would rather see a guy work the chair and get in front before they start making that reach than, you know, just always going to the reach.
Yeah, because there's so many opportunities for it to go wrong.
And especially with young players, because young players see that they can get in people's laps every once in a while, so that rather than get chair position, they'll go for that reach, and the player just gets by them and it's over. Yeah. If you get that chair position first. I am not going to slaughter his name. Oh, Guriarto. There we go.
Good
with the try. Guriarto. Medell will not have any trouble scoring that now that they got the ball in his hands.
There's just a play on play right now. Just
Hoffman also out there for Brazil, number 8.
And Canada marking a player each and keeping them away from the ball.
Taniguchi got knocked back. Over the top. Hirschfield's quick. You got to be careful that he can get in there, but that was a great pass. Hoffman got to it.
Medell again. Throw.
Guriarto gets it over the top. Brazil doing a nice job of getting the ball over the top. And Hoffman goes right back to work on Medell. Not an easy job.
Nope.
I've had to try and do it. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun to a point, but it's a no-win scenario.
Yeah, yeah. Hoffman just waiting for someone to throw to over the half.
Good patience, but he's going to get it to somebody at the line, and they're going to either have to make a decision to call timeout, which they don't have,
And
or
Medell,
get an over and back, or drop the ball. He tried to do a touch pass there and get it across, but couldn't get the handle on it. So 2 minutes remaining here in the first half, 23-17 Canada on top.
Hoffman. Oops.
Guriarto at the line.
Dangerous.
Yes, that could have been an over and back, but it ends up being a turnover just without a whistle. So Ewert taking advantage.
And Canada keeping all the receiving players up the court.
Taniguchi with a nice pass there. And they're able to get across half. I mean, that's a big part of the battle here, especially when you got such speed to chase you down.
Get across and then reset, then attack.
Running out of time, looking for help. Taniguchi gets it over, but too late. 40-second violation, and Canada will get the ball. Now we'll see some substitutions for Canada. My teammate, Matt Debley, number 31. He plays with University of Michigan Adaptive Sports and Fitness, as I do. Byron Green, number 7, Anthony Letourneau, who made that hit.
And Kovac, who just scored.
Real Kovac got a little time earlier. He's quick, young guy. And Debley, who just scored there, he's got a heck of a pass.
He's got some pace on him. You can see how he moves.
Yeah, his arm speed is really good. He gets going, gets those pistons running. Canada, the defense is just going to town right now. Medell with his first break of the day. Uriarto lost the handle, fighting for it on the ground. Almost got it back, and now it looks like it's Kovac to Letourneau. Letourneau will take his time, make sure he doesn't turn it back over. Debley being patient as well. They know the clock's on their side. And they're going to try and get the last try here. Letourneau across with 7.2. And you'll see most of Canada probably dropping back. A little pressure on. 5.
Nice screen.
And that'll be the end of the first half. Canada leads Brazil 28-17 in this final match of the day. We'll see you in 10 minutes. Welcome back. We're about to start the second half, Canada versus Brazil in this Paralympic qualifying tournament. We're on day one. This is the last game of the day. 28-17 is our score. And we are getting ready to go here in Wellington, New Zealand. We're just outside of Wellington. So Canada will start.
Canada going home.
And Debley attacks the key so that Kovac could get in there, but pass went over the top. So Brazil now will get the chance for the first try of the second half. Cross half is Uriarte. Hit from behind by Letourneau. Kovac with his hand in there.
And to Hoffman.
Hoffman smartly getting it back. Uriarte at that corner. Seems to be waiting it out. Didn't think he had it. And Santos gets the try. Oh, I guess it's he wants to go by Nunes. Kovac gets across. Scores Canada's try. Canada putting up the defense. Nice turn there by Letourneau to try and make it so that Hoffman drops the ball, but he was able to hang on to it. Nunes. Looked like he was going to inbound. He did.
Just a bit of a cross.
Nice little move, but Debley got in there and shut down that corner. And able to stay outside.
And Kovac right up the court.
Letourneau turns on the Jets. And he's being held off.
And Hoffman with the ball.
He did a nice job. He kept Letourneau in the corner there so he couldn't get on the court, and then he took off. And that's how he was able to get out in front of Kovac.
It's all about trying to make that imbalance, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes to convince someone else that you're trying to do something that you're not. Like with a pick and roll. Quick inbound. Got stuck at the line. He knew he was in trouble. Debley will not give up on him. And 12 seconds. Unable to cross half.
And no timeouts to call. So a turnover.
Just that constant pressure by Debley. He's like that in practice too. He's always giving it his all. Keep in mind, too, these guys, you know, they're trying to earn a ticket to Paris. There's 3 slots up for grabs.
And Kovac.
And all of these guys on this team are also trying to earn their place on that team individually. So you want to see them give their all. show what they got. So far qualified for the Paralympics are USA, Japan, Denmark, France, and Great Britain.
And the low pointer was waiting down the bottom for that ball, but it was just too big a pass.
Bounce over his head.
Yep.
It's hard to make that pass to the low pointer when they're sitting at the line. They don't have much opportunity to adjust.
Yeah.
You really got to know who you're throwing to, like what they can catch, how fast you can throw it to them. And sometimes the situation doesn't dictate throwing the right pass to the right guy. That's why it's nice if you can have some space to either move toward the try line or away from it and adjust to that pass.
Absolutely.
That was a bad pass. It was behind him. And Canada will get this one.
And the Brazilians being kept down the court, so there's no one to pass to.
Well, it's interesting because they've got a mismatch down here. They're holding Letourneau off the court, which is to their advantage. And it worked out for them. Simplicio, number 4. For Brazil. And Debley with another try for Canada. Taniguchi got himself in some trouble. He's not a ball option. Little touch pass.
Beautiful.
Well done. That was a great play. Both the pass, the touch pass, and the way he received it so that he could take it across without getting turned around.
Kovac.
I think the referee called inbound, pointed out the inbounder who had asked for the ball. Simplicio, number 4. Guriarto working his way up court. Stopped by Debley, but we're across half. Taniguchi, good patience, working with his low, trying to get down there.
Sometimes the most effective way is to get down is using the lows. It's safe. Look.
Corner opened up really nicely there. And that was a heck of a pass over the top, skyhook. Debley comes back to his help.
Just in time.
Canada up by 13 with 3:40 left in the third.
Brazil's going to have to work hard to get to the ball.
Taniguchi got that pass. It was
Beautiful.
a good pass. He did a good job getting to a place where he could take a pass, but it was a great pass. And now getting across half, he may be in trouble. He's got no timeouts. He's just going to throw it. He at least needed to touch the floor on the other side to stop the 12. If he'd put some mustard on it, Canada would have had to inbound from the far end of the court. But the defensive pressure, Canada's just been tough. So now they're switching up. We're going to see Mike Whitehead. I think this is his first action of the day, number 8. Out there with Caldwell, Rodriguez, and Ewert. Whitehead spins around in the key looking for a pass from Caldwell. Gets it and fights his way back. Feitosa. Whitehead working it.
Nice use, good try by the low pointers, Brazilian. Trying to keep him out of play.
Ewert got a little love tap in there, but Feitosa's going to be the fastest guy out there. Whitehead gets it up. Caldwell couldn't knock it down.
And Brazil's now got it. Turnover.
That is a turnover. Feitosa going to be too fast for anybody else out there. 2 minutes remain. 38-26. Our score.
Nice little GG there from Canada. Give and go. And Ewert.
Ewert's a newer guy on the team. I haven't seen him at other international tournaments. I don't know if he was in Santiago because I wasn't there.
Inbound by Camargo.
Nice pass.
Beautiful.
Be Hoffman. Caldwell slowing down at the line, making sure that he doesn't turn that thing over with the over and back. Minute 27. Whitehead with the try.
And equipment coming now for Brazil. Just out of screen.
Nunes getting a tire change or a wheel change. Tire change would take a lot longer.
Good point.
Looks like a sleeve came down too. Referee says, come on, get over here. Let's go. Just under a minute and a half. Hoffman, uncontested.
You can just see the intensity change with different lineups.
Now what's going on? Should give the ball back. Cody Caldwell. Give the ball back. Referee said something to the box. Caldwell with the fake pass.
And again.
Fake pass is one of my best friends.
That's what you need hand function for.
Not necessarily, but yes, the hand function certainly makes a difference in that. But because I'm not fast and I can't turn real fast, if I can convince someone that the ball's going to someone else because they know I'm too slow, you know, you want to make that guy pass but you also want to transition to the other guy if you have the opportunity. Guy in a non-gender position.
Got it.
The other player.
And Whitehead just running down the clock.
Gets it down to 50. That means Canada will have at least 10 seconds with the ball should Brazil score. Try and earn that last try. 41-28. Got a pretty good handle on this one.
Hoffman just waiting down the court down there.
So I'm not sure what happened there. Quick inbound. He fired that one. Oh, they're trying to score quickly. And they did. So they have a chance to get the ball back. Of course, Canada has all their timeouts, so they may use their timeout in order to get control of this ball for the final try. And as we saw there very quickly, Brazil can score in less than 6 seconds. So while Whitehead has it across, he may grind this down, use a timeout. Aggressive play. Feitosa gets in there. Now they won't have to. With the penalty, the shot clock will reset. And with 23.8, that means it won't run at all.
And Feitosa's in the bin.
Yep, he has to try there though, right? They're too far down not to make an aggressive play. So he will spend the rest of this period there. Unless Canada scores quickly, which would be unlike them. Caldwell and Whitehead. And now it's Ewert watching that clock roll down. 3.5 seconds, 2.5 seconds. Feitosa gets in. He's going to try and wait to pick up that ball, but not going to happen. And, oh, the clock didn't expire. 1.6. I think Canada is going to be content just to catch this ball. And no, it was off Caldwell's chair. It will be Brazil's ball. They have a chance here.
Wait in the key. Wait for the ball.
The person that's throwing that pass has to be able to throw it. Right now, the guy that's on the box or inbounding is not going to be able to throw all the way to the key. And Feitosa is going to fire it in, but nobody there to catch it. So at the end of 3, 42-29, Canada leads Brazil in this final game of the day. We'll be back with you in 3 minutes. Welcome back to Wellington, New Zealand, where we will finish up this final game of the day, Canada versus Brazil, in the World Wheelchair Rugby Paralympic qualifying tournament. 3 of these 8 teams will go on to the Paralympics in Paris in August. Canada making their case that they should be one of them. Brazil gets the first try of this period. They did the same in the last period, thanks to a turnover. Whitehead stopped. But it'll be Caldwell.
Camargo inbounding.
And that pass went to the back of his teammate, and he just kept pushing away. That's number 4, Simplicio, I believe. That was the intended recipient of that pass. Caldwell not fooled with that move.
Nice touch pass there.
And it'll be Camargo once again. Brazil keyed up. Looking to put 4 chairs between Canada and that try line.
And Whitehead scores.
Mike Whitehead also plays with Northeast Passage in the United States. A lot of Canadian players play on U.S. teams. Travis Morrow plays with Wassa out of Wisconsin.
Up out of court. Caldwell pushed.
There's a lot of pointing going on.
Caldwell pushed number 6. Out of court.
So that's a turnover?
Yep.
It's that pushing penalty. Got to break contact in order to make that work. Once a guy starts putting up that resistance and grabs onto his wheels.
Looking for someone to throw to. 10 seconds, no pass. That's a turnover. Canada's ball.
So yeah, 10 seconds. You have 10 seconds to get that ball onto the court and touch a player. Doesn't matter which team's player it is. You've certainly bounced a pass off the back of a opponent's chair in order to get that in. Ewert will get that try. The Wheel Blacks had a tough day today, from what I understand.
Yep.
What was the difference in that match, do you think?
What do you mean by the difference, though?
Well, what was the difference maker? What gave Netherlands the edge?
I think that their team just, they just went man on man. Lots of set plays and Netherlands didn't have many players to call on.
That's true. They probably didn't bring a whole big roster. Whoa, nice grab there as he got spun around. Guriarto. And now we got, is that a turnover? I guess it is. Oh no, they're changing players. Still Brazil ball.
So what's odd, I think, with wheelchair rugby, when you see an active hit, it's actually the hands that hit it off the chair. They're the ones who
Most of the time. I've gotten called many times where they said it was still rolling off my leg.
Oh,
Caldwell intercepted that one. That's a nice play for Canada. There we see the referees will not tolerate wasting time by not coming and taking the inbound. You need to send somebody over there with purpose.
or call it.
Try scored by Brazil.
Whitehead with the ball. Ewart scores again.
Ewart's had a good game. He's putting a lot of pressure on defense. Certainly the newest of Canada's players. As far as playing at this level. Oh,
Lucky.
wow. That was great.
Yeah.
Able to put it on the floor and redirect it to himself. Nice job there. 49-33. 5 minutes just under in this final match of the day. We have 5 days of rugby, 20 games total for today, for each day. Through Sunday, where we will see a gold, silver, and bronze medal handed out. All of those medals will also come with a ticket to Paris in August.
Imagine how stunning that competition's going to be.
Really, some really tough teams. The past 2 Paralympics, we've seen 5 teams that had an absolute chance at winning a gold medal. And who knows what's coming around this time. Of course, the other thing is some of these teams qualified almost a year before they'll play in Paris.
And a lot can change in that time, eh?
You can lose players, you can gain players, people can get out of shape, people can get better. It'll be interesting to see how that all comes together. Plus, the stakes are high.
Nice pass, nice long.
Oliveira Alves with the try there. Number 3 for Brazil. Whitehead looking to pass. Rodriguez, a nice little hit there. Nice job by Taniguchi to wait for his pick, but Canada had another defender waiting for him.
Back to Taniguchi.
Now they'll drop into the key. Popped out of his hands, but he's able to hang on to it. Just spun the right way. Ewart just reaching in there. And now Brazil has a player in there. Is that number 3? Oliveira Alves. Ewart. Oh, Taniguchi backed off. .324 remaining. And waiting for our inbounder, number 4, Simplicio. Taniguchi running that offense. Looking for an opening. swings it back. Guriarto get the try for Brazil. Is your season done here in New Zealand?
No, we're just starting out. We've got 2 weeks to our, on a month to our first comp.
We are just in the playoffs. In fact, the day after I get home from here, I have to fly to Las Vegas to play in our semifinal tournament. So,
and you won't be jet lagged at all.
not at all. It's a good thing I'm not old
Yeah,
and out of shape.
Player of the match, I can feel it.
I'll give it everything I got, that's for sure. Yeah, our national championship is really late this year. It's in May. Early May. We've had it as early as the third weekend of March, so it's quite a difference.
Someone hit the cone then.
Is that what happened? He hit the cone?
I think so.
This angle is hard to tell.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly a turnover. So it was either hitting the cone or leaving the court. She did move the cone back, but that could have been incidental at some other point too. But I'm guessing you were right.
And an equipment. A wheel change.
Oliveira Alves getting his wheel replaced. Guriarto gets in there so he can take the inbound. He's got a pick. Taniguchi looked to get it over, but Debley went to meet him as time expired on the 12-second clock. Travis Morau, number 2, will inbound to Debley. Green, number 7, and Rio Kovac in for Canada. Rio, number 1. Debley pulls the defender to the corner so that he can throw it over the top into the open space. Textbook key attack.
Beautiful pass.
Nice pass. Kovac turns back, gets his way across half. And he'll finish it. The little love tap from 2 Brazilian players. And now the referee's calling for the cone. I think she pointed at the cone because I saw it got tapped a little bit there. She's going to fix it. That cone is technically out of bounds, so it needs to be in the right place. On the line, but outside the key. Taniguchi looked like he was going to pass. Wasn't sure if he was faking that or... Nice bump.
Oh.
It's a pick and roll, but the pass didn't get up far enough, and Kovac there to get it and take it across. 56-38, 1 minute 25 left in this game. Guriarto trying to get it to Taniguchi, but
And it's going to go
intercepted. But I think that's...
Brazil's ball.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be off Canada. It was. Guriarto. Nice job getting it across.
Nice work.
Olivara Alves. Alves. No, it's Alves. The pronunciation sheet isn't quite. Oh, Debley goes down hard. He was spun, and player knows it. Hit him right in the back of the wheel. That's unnecessary, especially in a game not close. Debley prone to go over anyway. He's always moving very quickly. But that just was that was a spin. There's no question about it.
And at that pace, if you hit the player behind the axle, especially when they're quite mobile, they tend to go over.
Well, and you heard he hit hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't like some of these ones where you've seen a guy go over gently and put his hand down. When you're spinning around, you don't know what way is up, and the chances you're going to hit your head on something are pretty high. So he landed on his shoulder, looked like. 15 seconds remaining. Canada will call timeout and make sure that they hold the ball to the end of this match. 56-39, our score. Canada will win their first attempt, and Brazil will go back and lick their wounds and get set for their game tomorrow. Do you have a schedule for tomorrow sitting in front of you?
I do not.
And the Canadians count it down. Debley is held against the line, and he scores it. So 57-39 will be our final score. Canada beating Brazil, and that will be the conclusion of day one here in New Zealand for the Paralympic qualifying tournament. It's definitely not a close game this time.
No, it's been a big day.
Brazil just doesn't match up with Canada. Canada certainly showed that they have every intention of leaving here with a ticket to Paris. Brazil still has plenty of opportunity. They have to come in third. Means they got to come in second in their pool. But tomorrow we'll have games for you in the morning. We'll start with Switzerland, Germany at 10 a.m. New Zealand time. It'll be Brazil, New Zealand at 12:30. 3:30 Colombia, Australia, and we'll finish up with the Netherlands and Canada at 6 o'clock tomorrow night, New Zealand Standard Time. Now, for those of you in the U.S. who've already transferred into daylight savings time, New Zealand won't do that till April 7th. So instead of being an 18-hour difference, it's 17.
You're on fire.
What it is I'm working and doing commentary and being in New Zealand and trying to keep track of the time and telling everybody what's going on.
That's beautiful.
So when do you practice next?
We've got the boys will be getting together on Friday without Auntie, and then Auntie's back into it again on Monday next week with some stories to tell.
I'll bet. So as the teams kind of gather and just talk about what happened in this game, do you have any thoughts on what Brazil can do for their next match against New Zealand?
It's going to be an interesting match. They came out really fierce in the opening part of this game, and so I think it's going to be quite a tight start for both of those teams.
Well, they got upset today, and you know, if Canada plays like this, they will likely be on top of their pool. But then that second slot now kind of is up for grabs because New Zealand was the favorite coming into this. Brazil had a legitimate shot to be in the conversation, and the Netherlands came in and said, hey, don't forget about us. So I think this is going to be an interesting pool. I'm looking forward to seeing who comes out of it and who, the crossover games that we play on Saturday to determine who plays in the medal games. So first they got to win in their pool, and then they got to win their crossover to get to that final medal game.
Joel, was it? Hey, man. Let's go on the side.
So we're still with you because we're looking to do an interview here. Looks like it's going to be Joel Ewert that they'll be interviewing. So if you hang tight with us here, we'll get that set up, and we'll hear from the youngest or the newest Canadian international player.
Who did really well, got a heap of points on the clock today.
Yeah, I think he played really well. So hopefully, let's hear from him here, and he'll get him a microphone and get his thoughts on the game. So let's go down to the interview with Joel Ewert.
Joel, great start to the tournament there. How did you feel getting out there yourself and being right amongst it?
Yeah, it was my first international game, so it was a big step for me. But I had a few nerves early, and I thought that the team also had to settle down early. But I thought once we got to our game plan, everything came easy.
Always good to have those teammates like that. There's a lot of stars in the team. What does it feel like playing amongst those guys and having them to be able to ease you into the game when you got those big games out there?
Yeah, it's really important to have those guys out there, and they're always talking to me, and to be able to learn from guys like that who've been through so much and had so much experience. It's really cool to be able to listen to what they're saying, and it really helps calm you down out there as a newer player. So I feel really fortunate to have a great set of experienced teammates.
Nice work. All the best for tomorrow, man.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Well, and he's right about that. He has lots of experience around him to help teach him. We'll have one final interview here. It'll be Alex Taniguchi from Brazil.
It was a tough game because of top team, but I think we started okay. We did well, and there are a lot of things to improve, but we're gonna work on the other games and see what happens.
So often it's always a team game, but who stood out for you in the game today?
It's usually, I think the Canada is more of the team. I didn't notice if someone stood out, but I think it's more collective. They play really well together, so good team.
Nice work. You got Kiwis up tomorrow. I'm obviously hoping the Kiwis go well. What are you thinking the game's going to run like tomorrow?
I was a bit surprised about the first game, so Netherlands beating the Kiwis. So we see what happens tomorrow. I hope for a good game.
Too easy. Enjoy, mate.
Yeah.
So thank you for joining us today. Canada again beating Brazil for this final match. We'll be back in the morning with Switzerland versus Germany. Have a good night.
Kakite. Have a good night.